Hi Taurus, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your August 2022 mid-month tarot reading. This is a reading for all Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks to everybody for all the support. I hope life is treating you well. And if you are new here, welcome. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. Fridays are always a general reading, so aspects of career, finance, moving, travel, and of course love are brought into the Friday readings. Mondays are something different every week. Today's reading will be a more detailed Celtic cross style reading. Coming up soon, I will have a 4-month predictive reading for the months of September through December. And if you like tarot and you like the channel, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Higher Source Tarot. All right, what advice do you have for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Taurus need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all concerned with Taurus? Messages for Taurus, please. So we'll start here with the tarot, and then we'll have the angel answers. Current situation, we've got the Fool, which this is going to be interesting because the shadow card is the Magician. There's something significant already. The immediate influence is the Queen of Cups. You have the Two of Wands in your subconscious, the Queen of Wands in the distant past, Temperance in the more recent past. The Queen of Swords is coming towards you. You're represented by the Hermit. The High Priestess is the situation or person you're attracting. You have the Four of Cups in your hopes and fears, Page of Pentacles in the outcome, and down here on the shadow, this is interesting. We've got the Empress, the Magician, and the Eight of Pentacles. So we have here, let's see here, 5, 6, 7 major arcana. Major arcana are major life events. Okay, arcana means secrets or mysteries. So it's like the universe's mysteries and secrets revealed. Now, before we get into this too much, I want to point out we have these 3 queens too that are all kind of right in a row. Isn't this interesting? So queens are masters of the suit. So we have the master of communication, love, and that career growth and expansion. Filling out the reading here. So back to this a minute. So with this, you've got a very potent law of attraction type of energy coming in with the Magician. The Magician energy too, especially with that Eight of Pentacles, those of you, it's like that go for it energy. And with the Fool being here too, something here is going to happen with work. You have work or something with money. Okay, there's definitely an increase here and a new opportunity too financially. So especially if you are thinking about buying like a property to rent out, or you have something to do with, housing in some way with that Page of Pentacles, it just feels like there's going to be some new opportunity for you. And so with that Eight of Pentacles, those of you too, if it's your own house and you're just working on it and making improvements, I do feel like it long-term is going to lead to more gains. It definitely puts equity in. So with the Empress, she lives in luxury. She's the creator and multiplier of forms and ideas. And so you have a great creative energy here, Taurus. You're going to have great ideas, but it leads to something. So the Magician and the Empress together, that is so dynamic in terms of creating anything for work, having really good ideas. And I do feel like you're going to get acknowledged. There's definitely nothing here where, you get a great idea and somebody else takes it and runs, right? Don't you love those? This is definitely getting the spotlight on you. So get ready for it, because you may too, some of you have a very empowered energy. It's like you go and make some kind of an upward move here in your career. So the Empress too, though, I don't want to get too focused on the money, even though it's so solid. With the Empress here too, she is the mother of the tarot. So it's an energy of fertility. Now in the story of the cards, because you just have an interesting reading here, the Empress represents the High Priestess impregnated by the Magician. So for some of you, what this means is you are going to have some kind of an idea that's going to be a real turning point for you financially. That's what I get. Now, for others of you, though, in love, too, you have such a great alignment, a story here, that it's like you're going to be ready to jump full in with somebody here. And with the Empress, too, it's going to be a long-term commitment, okay? There's no downside to this when we see something like this. This is a rare occasion to have all of these cards lining up. So be very aware of what you're feeling and thinking, because that's manifesting energy. So I do feel like with the Fool here, you are going to be in this place where you have released all the resistance. This is where your heart sings. And I do feel like you have a life partner who comes in here, especially with that Queen of Cups, somebody who's very loving and nurturing. I do get Aquarius for them. You have, before we get into this too far, you have Sagittarius, you have Virgo here, you have all the elements, and let's see if you have anybody that I'm missing. So with this, I feel like you have a relationship that's going to for sure run the distance. It's built on trust, okay? There's something about the Fool energy that brings in that spirit of before we were traumatized. You know, whoever the Queen of Cups is, it's somebody too, because they have the Queen of Cups High Priestess energy. This person's very sensitive to your needs. They may know exactly what to do if you're having a bad day, how to kind of, I hate to say calm you down, but that's what comes in, you know, how to just take the edge off of things. I also think too, because you don't like to be pushed, I think they're going to be very good at when to leave you be and when you might need a little push, okay? They're going to be great at sensing that. I just feel like whoever this is, their sensitivities to emotions are going to be great with you. So in terms of anything to do with work or career, the Fool is a beginner's mind. So anything you start here, it's like a dream come true. You love what you're doing. You're in that place too where you feel like you want to go to work every day, or you feel like you want to create every day. So there's something that really moves your heart. It's like really being in your life's purpose. So those of you that are in some kind of a helping profession, you may feel like in this, you really are, it's really in step with your why you're here. But others of you too, even with business, I do feel like, or if you're creating something new, you're launching something new, there's an excitement about this because you know who you are, and you're just going to see growth and expansion consistently. So with the Two of Wands, this is the subconscious area. You have the card of the visionary. So allow yourself some time on a daily basis. If you're in traffic or you have a long commute, because I even see somebody on like an L or a subway or something like that, you know, with their ear pods in, you know, allow yourself, you can even, you know, just have some calming noise, not necessarily music, but just something to drown out the other people, to envision yourself, okay? Because he has the world in one hand, but he wants a bigger world. Twos are about partnerships, but this one's about career expansion and growth. So this is going to be a time in your life, Taurus, where you're going to experience great growth and expansion. So for some, it is about meeting somebody here and things really take off. But others of you, it's about that career and that turning point, especially if you already have a life partner. So when I say they understand you and you go, no, I already know who that is, the next part of this is going to be more that career, money, expansion. So with the Queen of Wands in the distant past here, this again is a great energy for career. So those of you too that have been on a good path, or you switched jobs, you had a good opportunity come in when all hell broke loose and we didn't have people to work. Somebody here slipped right into a job that a few years ago it might have seemed like it was out of reach, but it became available to you and you took that leap of faith. You weren't afraid to do something, even if it was scary. This is a card too, though, of great loyalty. So I see it pretty consistently through the reading. Those of you, if you're in a relationship, you have great loyalty around you. But this is also a queen who looks good, feels good, and is passionate. So if you had a bit of a setback with your physical body, you know, when everything was shut down, I do feel like for some of you, you got back on path with things. You got back on track with things. And I do see the consistency, the discipline that will continue here. Because when we look at Temperance, this is a card of moderation. The Archangel Michael comes in. And so it's also a time of healing too, but we'll talk about that in a minute. I do get for some of you though, if it was a change in taking care of yourself, your body, and just getting it back into shape and not doing some things that you know weren't good for you, ingesting lots of plasticky foods and things like that. And for some too, this can be the card of the alcoholic, or even getting into sobriety. So somebody who started, you know, or started their sobriety or got into a place where they said, I'm just not drinking, maybe not identifying as an alcoholic, but just saying, I'm just not drinking anymore because I don't like how I feel. Now, for others of you, though, too, with that Queen of Wands and this energy together, you may have had a reconnection with somebody. It feels more like a friend or maybe a family member you haven't talked to in a long time. And it is about healing the past. So it may have been kind of nonchalant, though. I don't necessarily know that it feels like some big, big fight or something. It just feels like maybe there was a bit of a distance that got resolved. So the Queen of Swords comes in. You're going to have a real facility for communication, negotiation. So anything with work, contracts, anything to do with moving and contracts. You have this is like having an eagle eye and catching mistakes too. So with the Queen of Swords, though, you're going to have that communication. So I feel like if you do catch mistakes and things, you have the ability to point it out without destroying anybody, okay? The Queen of Swords, though, too, for some of you, you may be attracting somebody that has this sense of humor. I feel that. So I mentioned they know how to, just how to be sensitive to your needs. But with this, they bring in sort of this undercurrent of a very sarcastic, comical energy. And that might be something, too, that really helps. If you're having a bad day, their sense of humor gets you out of it immediately. There's something about that combination that's really nice. So you're represented here by the Hermit. You're going to be gaining some wisdom here in this cycle, Taurus. With the Hermit energy, they're telling you you are on the right path. But this, too, is a card of meditation, and you have it with the High Priestess as well. And so anybody that's doing anything new with, if you're going to any kind of a group that does meditation or dabbling in yoga or any kind of a practice like that, I do feel like it's going to help you in terms of manifesting, quite frankly, getting really to the point where you're attracting into your life what you want, because the energy behind the Hermit is know thyself. When you know yourself, you know the universe. So in this, you have the wisdom. You may also, too, for some of you, in terms of work and expanding your career, or even with a house or something like that, be attracting somebody who's a mentor. And so if you have an urgency to get things done, they may actually slow you down just a little bit. And that's going to, in the end, save you. Okay, it will save you money, it will save you time, and it will definitely save you frustration. So the High Priestess comes in, and again, another one of the subconscious ability to attract prima materia. Matter comes from the mind with this. It's law of attraction energy. It is who you're attracting. So like I said, this person's instincts might be really good. They may be in business even, or something where they use their instincts. In some cases, we would say intuition. This is the card of the psychic. But I do feel like there's something about their intuitive gifts that help them with their career. Okay, so I feel like, again, this is who what you're attracting. For some of you, it is a passive energy, but it is analytical. So it's not like sitting in the fetal position, not moving forward. It's taking things in, analyzing things, goes hand in hand with the Hermit too. So those of you that it has something to do with a move or a house or something like that, you may find that you decide, you know what, I'm going to take my time on this. I'm not going to just rush in. So with the Four of Cups here, this brings in order. It brings in some discipline as well. So this too can be a little bit of an energy of having offers that just aren't what you want. So I like it with the High Priestess and the Hermit, because if something comes up that is not what you really want, you will not settle for less with this. It's not a bad card. In some readings, it's important. And I would say in this one, it is, because you're going to be in this very empowered state. You don't have to settle when you have the energy of all these major arcana. So we've got the Page of Pentacles in the outcome. I do feel like this has something to do with someone you're attracting. You have a new door opening. You have a new opportunity with work and money, career expansion. Again, your ideas are going to be recognized. And I actually feel like you're going to get some real acknowledgement from it, and maybe a promotion. It does feel like that. But those of you that this is who you're attracting to, I just feel like they adore you. You know, all the little idiosyncrasies that we all have, they find it endearing. You know, it doesn't bother them. I mean, not that I'm saying you have a bunch of hang-ups. I'm just saying everyone has some. And something about it for them, they've got a nice energy where it's pretty easygoing. You're going to have a nice match coming in here as well. So let's see here what the angels have to say for you, Taurus. Messages for Taurus, please. advice for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What else does Taurus need to know, please? Cards are sticky. All right. Well, we've got compromise. So, you know, when we get this, again, that doesn't mean we give up what we want. But for some people with the Queen of Swords, again, there might be a little bit of a wait if you're making a purchase, because you're not going to, I'm just telling you, you're not going to settle for something that's less. It may just be a little bit longer. No need to worry, they say. And you've got look for a sign. Those signs and synchronicities are all around you within the next few months. So things are going along. And we've got choose a new direction. So when we get this, again, you might take just a bit of a pause and allow yourself to evaluate everything, because good things are on the way for you, Taurus. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.